Now, what if I tell you your biggest worry shouldn't be AI rebellion, cosmic horrors, a zombie apocalypse, or the impending fall of society as we know it, thanks to the loneliness epidemic we are suffering as we slowly but surely become more distant, divided and apathetic towards other human beings? But instead, your biggest worry should be a teenager with a stick. An army of teenagers with sticks. Now, I must confess something. I walked into this expecting it to be easy, but... First, let me guide you through my line of thought. I was all like, oh yeah, cool party trick, boy. Where did you learn it? Now you see me too? I like to see you Avada Kedavra, an angry, unmanned drone rushing at 300 miles per hour or almost 500 kilometers per hour directly at your nape, filled with napalm. Or try to protect yourself from a nuke. Or trying to parry this, you casual, as a dude 2 kilometers away shoots a hypersonic round you wouldn't see or even hear before it ventilates your cranium. You know, letting some cool breeze into your skull. And not only that, the numbers are definitely not in the wizard's favor neither. On the lower end, there's about 300,000. The most reasonable amount will be around 1 million, and even then, the people who truly push it to the max put it at around 3 to 4 million wizards in the world. So well, I don't know when you last checked, but there's around 8 billion humans, with a B of Bababoo. Ergo, in a war of attrition, at the utmost biggest number we have, that will be 2,000 Muggles per wizard. And that's on the exaggerated amount. Now, in the more realistic 1 million wizards number, that will leave us with 8,000 Muggles per wizard in the world. Muggles also have the advantage on infrastructure, because the wizards depend greatly on Muggles for that. Who would have thought playing hide and seek for millennia will turn a double-edged sword? Thus far, their biggest defense has been hiding in plain sight. They live amongst Muggles, often using Muggle infrastructure. This makes a clean Muggle attack difficult without the massive collateral damage on their own populations. Their society is also not designed for open warfare. They have no global military command structure, no unified supply chains, and their communication relies on owls or flu powder, which are slow or conspicuous. They are highly insular and resistant to change, making adaptation to Muggle military tactics all the more difficult. Oh boy, and if you complain about your government, believe me, theirs is most definitely not helping them neither. It's bureaucratic, often corrupt, slow to react, and deeply invested in maintaining secrecy. Their primary function is hiding magic, not fighting a total war with Muggles. They also really don't like change. They keep traditions for hundreds or even thousands of years. They will both be utterly unprepared for a full-scale military conflict and will also be slow adapting to it. All of that has also led to an ignorance of modern technology. Their inherent distrust or disinterest in Muggle technology means they are blind to things Muggles take for granted, like the internet,
Skibbity edge wrist. Skibbity edge wrist.
GPS, electricity, advanced materials, science, ballistics, etc. They have grown complacent. If you can make candles levitate and glow forever all around, why invent the light bulb at all? Oh, and that complacency grows deep into the society, from the level 1 Took Mudblood to the level 100 Boss Wizard. It's not just the government. From what we've seen, it's rare for the wizards to pay any interest in the Muggle world. You can tell by how in Hogwarts, for example, there's no math class or stuff like that. The average wizard will seem illiterate compared to the average Muggle on the education department. Let me give you an example. Mr. Weasley, a worker of the Ministry of Magic, in no other than the Misuse of Muggle Artifacts Office. You heard that, right? Well, for a man of such trajectory in the wizarding world, specialized precisely on Muggle technology, he shows a stunningly primitive understanding of concepts like electricity, and his whole job is being interested on Muggle shenanigans, and yet he didn't even know how can a plane stay on the air. So yeah, even the biggest and highest in Wizard Society have the comprehension and education of primary schoolers. And I am not the only one to say this. Hermione herself states so at the end of the book The Philosopher's Stone, where her and Harry must solve a puzzle that ends up being a simple logic puzzle with no magic involved at all. She says this, and I quote, "Brilliant! This isn't magic, it's logic! A puzzle! A lot of the greatest wizards haven't got an ounce of logic. They'd be stuck in here forever." So, in universe, they admit that even some of the best wizards couldn't handle simple logic, probably because of their reliance on magic, and well, to me at least, that's an easy recipe for their downfall. Their number is already small, and there's no way you can tell me all wizards are Dumbledore or Voldemort or Gandalf levels of powerful. Many are barely competent. Not to push anyone under the bus, but Ron, I'm looking at you, my guy. I'm sorry, you're an OG, love you, but it is what it is. So yeah, a large portion of the population might be civilians with limited combat skills in the end. You know what this means, right? Most average muggles can just make a stop at the Walmart back to school section and will be at a somewhat competent level for a fight, but the average Hogwarts student, well, he better not have been too distracted looking at that weird eye of Professor Moody in class, you know? I just don't think in all scenarios the wizards will win, and remember, there's muggles to spare. And last but not least, they rely on muggle resources for many things: food, water, general living space, even if they can magically produce their own, and all of them move to those comically large inside clown cars or houses within houses within houses within a letter bag. Is that really a viable solution to end the conflict? Total isolation to that level? Welp, I just saw the panorama this way at the beginning, but it is not as cut and clear as it may seem from the start. And I'm pretty sure many of you who diligently watched all the Harry Potter movies, maybe read the books, watched Fantastic Beasts 1 and slept through the other two like God intended, then played the Lego games and the PS2 ones, all of you, yes, will right now be screaming at the screen right now, mentioning this spell or that artifact, or how Umbridge solos humanity cause muggles couldn't stand her, or that extremely obscure fact or element of the universe J.K. Rowling mentioned in a random tweet circa 2020. And you know what? They would be right. Stats, numbers, and etc. can tell one story, but the wizard's repertoire of random BS is no joke. I mean it. Let's just kinda gloss over it and you will understand what I mean. Even beyond the unforgivable curses we all know and love, the Avada Kedavras, Cruciatus, LIGMA, English or Spanish, etc., we got number 1 in mobilizing debilitating spells. Stupefy, the stunning spell. Not lethal, but could knock out thousands of soldiers with a blast. A mass stupefy in a crowd could cause chaos, stampedes, and easy targets. Petrificus Totalus, the body binding curse, instantly freezes a target solid. Imagine a squad of elite, top-tier, creme of la creme soldiers just frozen mid-charge by 2 words. Confundus Charm, the confuse I mean, you get the idea. This one sows confusion, making targets disoriented and prone to mistakes. Imagine a general or a pilot suddenly unable to think clearly. Apparitium or Revelio, a revealing charm. These could be used to detect Muggle stealth ops, special forces, or hidden positions. Number 2. Environmental manipulation and disruption. Confringo, Bombarda Maxima, the blasting curses, explosions on demand, deliver concussions at Domino's Pizza delivery speeds, even capable of collapsing structures, creating rubble, or opening breaches. Incendio or Fiend Fire, the fire spells, spontaneous, uncontrollable, magical fire. Fiend Fire is particularly terrifying since it's a sentient, cursed fire that seeks to destroy everything, including the caster if not controlled perfectly. Great, unleashing a pyromaniac made out of fire, God have mercy. Geminio, the duplicating charm, could theoretically create copies of objects, perhaps even weapons or supplies. Reducto, the reduction curse, the biggest nightmare of men, a deterrent that will definitely hell nah a lot of young men Muggles from joining the conflict, as the price of losing is far too big to pay. Or I'd say small, or average size, you know. Mors Modere, the Dark Mark. While it's a symbol, its ability to project a massive, terrifying image into the sky could be used for psychological warfare, striking fear into Mongol populations. When they start using Batman tactics against us, we are cooked. Number 3. Mind control and information warfare. The really scary stuff. Imperius Curse, the mind control curse. Self-explanatory, a wizard could turn a Muggle soldier, politician, or even nuclear launch officer against their own side. Resisting it requires immense willpower, which most Muggles wouldn't be trained for. Legilimency, the mind reading spell. Directly reading thoughts and memories, perfect for interrogation, identifying leaders, or predicting Muggle moves. Only top-tier wizards can do it well, but still a threat. Compulsion charms, less forceful than Imperio, but can subtly nudge Muggles to do things against their will, like for example forget to check an area or feel like opening a door. The irresistible urge to buy a Dobby plushie. Muggle repelling charms. They can make an area utterly unnoticeable or undesirable to Muggles, like the toilet at Taco Bell or Paris lately, making all your body and instincts tell you to go the other way. Number 4. Protective charms. As an example, Protego Maxima. Large-scale shields that deflect spells. While a nuclear bomb might still be overkill, these could protect against conventional Muggle weaponry like bullets or even smaller explosives for a time. So that's pretty much it for spells. But if you thought all the wizard's shenanigans end there, you are so damn wrong. Second, artifacts. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Things like invisibility cloaks, especially the cloak. While thermal imaging might detect body heat, the Cloak of Invisibility, one of the Deadly Hallows, is truly unique and immune to most revealing charms. Just imagine elite wizard assassins or saboteurs completely untouchable by most Muggle tech. And it doesn't end there. Number 1. Portkeys. Instant long-range travel for groups. While Muggles track air traffic, portkeys appear out of nowhere. A portkey could drop a squad of heavily armed wizards directly into the Oval Office or a military command center. Number 2. Pensives. Extracting and reliving memories. In intelligence, this is invaluable for reviewing battles, gathering intel, or even understanding Muggle tactics from captured individuals. Number 3, one that will definitely be a big time pain in the ass. Time turners. Short-term time travel. Yes, just casual time travel. For only 5 hours to the past, yes, mostly for safety reasons, but in times of war, rules get bent and those who impose it become lenient. Imagine a wizard using one to undo a tactical blunder, gather more intel, or prevent a Muggle attack before it even happens. Like, how do you even beat that? We will need to pull up Lelouch Lamperouge that can make so many infallible plans so much way ahead that not even with foresight can be prevented, like a game of 5D chess with multiverse time travel, which is a real thing by the way, and is also foreshadowing for later in the video. Anyway, moving on. Number 4. Peruvian Instant Darkness Powder. You just have to read Peruvian to know this is serious. This creates instant impenetrable darkness, great for ambushes, escapes, or disorienting Muggle forces reliant on vision. Number 5. Extendable ears. Long-range listening devices, good for basic Muggle eavesdropping. Number 6. Magical maps, like the Marauders map, real-time tracking of individuals within an area, even if invisible. A wizarding intelligence officer could see every Muggle soldier's movement in a fortress. Number 7. Wands. The channeling tool for casting spells itself, while a basic stick to Muggles, it's the conduit for all magical power. Destroying wands will be a Muggle objective, but losing them for wizards is devastating, so yeah, Mr. Ollivander, we are coming for you. Whew, okay, that's a lot. But if you thought I was done... Third, Beast. Magical Beast, to be exact. I wouldn't let the furries of Hufflepuff go unnoticed on this. Although many of the creatures are too hard to control or too conspicuous, some could be terrifying, starting with one of the most famous ones. Number 1. Dementors. Basically invulnerable, they possess the ability to drain hope and happiness, induce despair, and perform the Dementor's keys. Basically, go souls out of your body. It's a psychological and spiritual weapon Muggles have no known defense against. Number 2. Nundu, described as the most dangerous creature in the world. A leopard-like beast with a toxic breath that can wipe out entire villages. Almost impossible to subdue, as it requires around 100 wizards to do so. A single Nundu could be a localized weapon of mass destruction. Number 3. Basilisks. Giant snakes whose direct gaze is instantly fatal. Indirect gaze through reflection causes petrification. Muggles wouldn't know how to avoid eye contact until it's too late. Effective for clearing areas or assassinating key figures if controlled by a parcel mouth. Number 4. Acromantulas. Giant carnivorous horrors in the shape of spiders. The only creature thus far that actually exists in real life, as you can find them in the average Australian household, used as pest control. While they might be susceptible to Muggle flamethrowers or heavy artillery, a swarm could overwhelm unprepared ground forces, especially in dense terrain. Number 5. Dragons. Obvious, massive flying fire-breathing tanks. While a motor jet will likely take one down, they'd cause immense collateral damage and terror. Their devastation power is tremendous, just look how they were able to destroy so much Game of Thrones ending. Number 6. Werewolves. Human during the day, uncontrollable beast at night, could be used for terror, sabotage, or disrupting Muggle operations under cover of darkness. Or they could be used as spokespersons to recruit Muggle collaborators in the local furry conventions. Number 7. Letifols. Thin, black, cloak-like creatures that attacked at night, smothering and devouring their prey. Near invisible in darkness, they pose a stealth assassination threat. They are basically the hood brother of Doctor Strange's cape. Whew. And finally, the Geneva Convention favorites. 4th. Potions. War crimes on a flask. Number 1. Polyjuice potion, as we've seen, perfectly replicating another person's appearance and voice. So, infiltration, espionage, assassination, sowing discord among Muggle leadership, you name it, this is the stuff of nightmares. Muggles could use biometrics or try to enforce more ways of identification, but it will be a constant cat and mouse. The discord and constant feeling of knowing no one could be trusted will have a morale shattered all throughout the conflict. Number 2. Invisibility potion. Provides invisibility, who would have known? Similar to an invisibility cloak for a limited time, but it is more accessible than the cloak for mass deployment. Number 3. Veritas Serum, the Truth Serum. forces the drinker to answer truthfully, invaluable for interrogation. Number 4. Felix Felicius, Liquid Luck, grants the drinker immense luck for a period. Imagine a critical wizard operation where every variable inexplicably falls into place in their favor. Could turn the tide in key moments, any big operation that relies on sheer chance. This is the dream of any speedrunner. No RNG, you just know things are going to go your way. Number 5. Love Potions can create obsessive infatuation. It might not be directly combat related, but it damn well is scary. They can turn the war into a dating simulator, visual novel, raising up generals and the like. Just dudes and girls gathering high clearance personnel for their harem. Like, you wouldn't nuke your waifu, right, General? Ooh. Number 6. Let's not even get started with potions from Hogwarts Legacy. Potions like Thunder Brew that creates a stunning and damaging storm around the drinker, Endurance Potion that grants temporary rocking skin for defense, adding even more combat utility. In general, I would rather not involve the game, since, well, you know, video game protagonists tend to have certain aura farming characteristics that will definitely allow them to just conquer the planet if that's the mission objective for the 100% right now. And if that was the just funniest or most enjoyable gameplay loop. So yeah, I will rather leave that can of worms unopened. Phew, okay, that's pretty much it, I think. I'd say the board is set. Both teams have their cards and their pieces, but with how intricate this whole scenario is, there's so many things at play. As we stated, just numbers can't tell us the whole story. In there, the Muggles have the superiority, but the wizards have such a wide plethora of shenanigans that is absolutely broken and could change the tides at any moment. All of this makes it difficult to visualize the end of the conflict. If they went on an all-out war, how would it even start? And how will it evolve? The answer to those questions will also take a big part on the result. Thus, the only way I managed to come up with a way for us to visualize it will be with a story, seeing it truly unfold. So I put my writing skill of a middle schooler in Wattpad into that. So what will be the best way for the conflict to start? Maybe just having Voldemort win and start a crusade against the Muggles? But after doing a bit of research and reading some fan fiction that God definitely had no hand in the process to create it, that kind of worms it's way too complicated. Between the immortality, the prophecy, chosen one stuff, I just don't want to get into that. Some say he will fail and wouldn't get far after it, and some say he will be more unbeatable than a Jet 2 holiday, so no thank you. We will leave Voldemort out of this. Now, I also don't want to make this video too long. I've got some feedback on that. I wish to make something enjoyable, and I am proud of the 2 videos I've done thus far, and will feel really good if someone gets to see them. Enjoy them and let me know always in the comments their thoughts. So please, now's the time to drop a like if you've enjoyed the video this far and let me know your thoughts. Thank you. So, I'll divide this video in 2 parts. Here I'll just give a sneak peek of what I have in mind for the story, and on the second video I'll have it there completely, as well as ending thoughts for what will be the most probable end. Alrighty then, get comfortable and I hope you enjoy. On a dim lit house in the suburbs of Arlington, in the middle of a snowy night, she was sitting on the couch, looking out the window. The snowflakes falling outside could easily be reflected in her eyes, their cold beauty stark against her warm gaze. Then suddenly, he rushed in. Despite the quick and aggressive motion he made barking through the door, he surprisingly made little to no noise, a skill honed by a lifetime spent in shadows. He didn't look at her, instead rushing to the cabinets, his hands searching frantically for something. She watched him, a desolate expression on her face, a complex mix of sadness and unwavering love. He finally noticed her, and for a fleeting moment he froze. His frantic energy dissipated, replaced by a deep weariness. He took a second to recompose himself, his shoulders slumping slightly before he spoke, his voice low and firm. "It's the only way. I have to do it. You know we went past that line far long ago. It's the only way I can protect you. That's how we made it this far." She hesitated, her gaze dropping to the floor. A deep silence hung in the air, broken only by the soft thud of snow against the window pane. Finally, she gathered herself, her voice barely a whisper.
"It's different now."
He quickly answered, the desperation returning to his voice. "You know there's no other way. The non-wizards, they stand no chance. At this rate, you know well how it's going to end for them. Death, slaves, or worse. If I want to make sure that isn't your fate, I must prove my value. You know it worked last time. They didn't approve of us, so I went beyond. I became the best. I left no one standing that could dare judge us, judge you." His voice now cracking with a fierce passion. "This whole damn world can go in flames, but I can't lose you," he said calmly. She looked down, as if not knowing what facial expression to do, but it was clear she was on the verge of tears.
"But what's the price? I am a traitor to my own people. How do you expect me to sit here happy as they die? What about my family? How can I be part of this? How can I know what's going to happen and still just stay here? I have no right to..."
She began to break, tears running down her face as her voice rose in a pained, desperate cry. He rushed to her, his arms wrapping around her. He held her tight, his hands softly cleaning her tears as he pulled back just enough to give her a long, lingering kiss. "Please, just trust me this time," he whispered. "This is the only way, and I am the only one who can make it happen. And I am happy that is the case, because that means I can protect you. Please, just wait here. I won't take long." He sadly smiled at her, his eyes filling with a desperate hope, and gave her a final hug. He then returned to the cabinets, found a small box, and with a swift motion opened it with his wand. Inside, a single piece of white, silvery hair shimmered. After closing it again and leaving the house, a car was waiting for him outside. "Evening, sir! Jolly good show. A full moon decided to make an appearance at last, eh?" A comically British guy greeted him and opened the left back door. Just before getting in, the British guy handed him a big, brown leather suitcase. Not too far away from there, in an undisclosed location, lay a room bathed in the cold glow of 100 screens. Figures hunched over consoles, their faces illuminated by the flickering data. A tangible tension filling the air, thick enough to choke on. This was a war room, a digital fortress carved out beneath the white snow. Perhaps even a secure bunker. Suddenly, a firm voice, sharp with urgency, sliced through the low murmur of activity. "Mr. President, the strike mission has failed. The operatives were discovered before they could even begin the infiltration. We also haven't been able to get a hold of the general or ascertain his whereabouts." A figure of immense authority, his silhouette stark against the banks of monitors, stood abruptly. He began to pace aimlessly across the polished floor, his brow furrowed in deep concentration.
"We've done all we can gathering intelligence, but half of it is utter nonsense. We still haven't even scratched the surface of their potential arsenal. But we are not backing down, people. That is the indomitable human spirit. We already know many of their tricks. We are solving this puzzle faster than they can produce it. Heck, this very base of operations is running on a nuclear reactor cooled by Dementors this very moment."
He stopped pacing, his gaze sweeping across the room.
But everything depends on this mission. It must succeed at all costs. This will change the balance of this conflict once and for all. So please, can someone, anyone, tell me why every single attempt we've made has failed this miserably? What kind of strategy can we possibly use?
A new voice, smooth and measured, cut through the tense silence.
"I might be able to help with that, Mr. President."
Emanating from the shadows at the edge of the room. Slowly, deliberately, a figure emerged from the gloom, stepping into the harsh glare of the monitor light. It was Magnus Carlsen? A normal, composed analyst at one of the central consoles stood up and said calmly, "Is that 5 times world chess champion, 5 times rapid chess champion, 8 times world blitz chess champion Magnus Carlsen?" The president, momentarily taken aback.
"Who are you?"
he asked, dumbly, quickly regretting that.
"Never mind. What is your idea?"
"I've analyzed the patterns of the opponent in the past incursions. The way they predicted every move, they didn't react. They didn't even have preventions in place. Their actions were direct, intentional, as if they possessed complete knowledge of what to do and when. It is clear what is happening, Mr. President.
Please enlighten us, Mr. Carlson. What are they doing?
Simple enough, Mr. President. They are using vibrating anal beads that tell them what moves to make in order to secure victory.
Could someone please get this guy out of the room?
Either that, or they possess an item or spell that allows them to go back in time, approximately 5 hours.
Elaborate on that.
Looking at the mission logs, the predicted completion times, and the precise moment at which each operation went awry, the patterns are quite clear.
My God, how are we even meant to face that?
Simple enough, Mr. President. I already have in mind a series of moves that will secure our victory, several steps ahead of any temporal manipulation they might attempt. But you will need to give me complete control of the future attempts on the operation. Sacrifices will need to be made, and I will need to change the designation of the elite platoons currently in position. But I guarantee victory.
The president ran a hand through his almost gone hair, his face etched with a dawning horror.
God have mercy on us. I'll assume full responsibility, but by all means, get us into that library.
Time flew by, the minutes and hours, a blur of adrenaline-fueled commands and tense anticipation. The operatives near the critical target listened intently, their new resigned names ringing in their earpieces.
Knight to e4, rook to d6.
Carlson's voice was the only thing that mattered now, his tone calm and unwavering, as he moved them across the battlefield like pieces on a grid, his every order a calculated step in a grand design. He commanded. He kept on as the hours passed. Many of the platoons were wiped out, their blips disappearing from the screens one after another. The war room was a pressure cooker, everyone sweating as if it was a sauna. Horror etched into the faces of the hardened men and women who watched the carnage unfold on the screens. 10 hours into the onslaught, Carlon's voice, crisp and clear, cut through the noise.
Here it is. We've reached the perfect position. We are only one move away from checkmate. It was a game of cat and mouse, but now the mouse is surrounded by so many traps that it no longer matters what it tries to do. All the traps were set up hours ago. It's far too late to solve them all now. With this one last move, the operation will be a complete success.
The president breathed, relieved, floating. The president breathed, relief floating his flooding. The president breathed, relief. The president breathed, relief flooding his voice.
Dear Lord, you were right, Carlson. Major, get a hold of the DP now. Tell them the quick learning and digesting AI must be ready. We're about to get access to the Hogwarts library.
In the middle of the commotion, the heavy steel door of the war room hissed open. A robotic voice announced,
"Facial authentication confirmed. Welcome, Major General."
A man stepped out of the hallway, his posture calm and deliberate. It was an old man with silvery gray hair, and in his hand was a large brown leather suitcase. He approached the center of the room. The president asked, his voice a mix of relief and confusion.
Major General, where have you been? We're at a crucial point right now. Also, what is that suitcase you're carrying with you?
Queen to H5.
Well, hello there. I hope that little bit of cheesy cringe was to your liking. Sorry about that. If you wonder why my voice changed throughout the video, is that, well, for once, the video was recorded like maybe 1 year ago, some part of it. Then another part like a couple of months ago. And now I'm finishing it up and I'm sick, so yeah, that's the reason why the voice changes so much throughout the video. I am sorry for that. Oh, and of course, besides that, I will definitely do my best to make videos more often for you guys. Sorry, I haven't had the time, but I will post more often than once a year, okay? That's the plan. So, sorry about that. Go back to the other SirTower. Thank you very much, guys, everyone who watched this video. I love you and I appreciate it so much if you guys will leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, I hope it was to your liking. Thank you very much for your time. I love you, many kisses, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.